Hi guys, so while Jeremy Hunt was invited on to talk about the economy, he was asked about statements his boss, Rishi Sunak, made on Friday about extremists and their attempts to make people feel unsafe. Hunt was questioned about groups that the Prime Minister had called out but not named. Trevor tried to get a bit more information about them from the Tory minister, and Jeremy struggled in a pretty embarrassing way. Why? Well, because the whole speech on Friday delivered by the Prime Minister was a bit of smoke and mirrors. Have a listen to this.
Talk about what the Prime Minister spoke about on Friday night. Referring to recent marches, he alleged that, I'm quoting here, our streets have been hijacked by small groups who are hostile to our values and have no respect for our democratic traditions. And he said to those who choose to continue to support marches each week, don't let the extremists hijack your marches. Can you name a group that isn't already banned that needs to be prescribed because of their actions on these marches?
Well, I'm not going to go into those details. That's a matter for the Home Secretary. But I would make this point, Trevor.
Well, the Prime Minister spoke about groups consistently in his speech.
Yes, I know. But let me answer you, because you made a point, a very important...
Let's not get into anonymity. You want to be practical.
Yes.
You've been saying that to me all this
will you let me answer
Name one.
I said I can't give you the name of one. What I can tell you is that the vast majority of British Muslims want to protest peacefully and within the law, and they have every right to do so. But we have seen examples of very intimidatory protests that have made other people feel unsafe. That is not the British way. And what the Prime Minister was saying is that what the Prime Minister was saying, we've all seen the scenes on our television. What the Prime Minister is saying is that we need to remember the British way is tolerance and understanding that the way for you get change is through peaceful protest and argument and persuasion. And he was reaffirming those very British values.
Forgive me, Chancellor, this is a very important point. Part of the British way is to be straight. When you say we've seen these protests and these people, which people are we talking about? Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about the scenes I've seen on television. I'm talking about the emails I've received from people who've been terrified by what they've seen in some of these protests. And I'm also saying, Trevor, very clearly... Okay. No, let me finish. It's a very important topic. That the
but you're not answering the question I'm asking you.
No, I'm telling you...
Who is it that you're talking about?
I don't know them.
Intimidatory.
Trevor, with the greatest respect, I don't know the names of people I see on television. What I do...
don't know the names of people I see on television. He's not asking for the names. He's asking for the groups. Are these prescribed groups or not? Because see, the problem here is that Rishi Sunak talked about groups. And he says that protesters, you need to distance yourself from these groups. But what groups are they? He didn't name any groups. Because as soon as he names a group, then he has to... This group is either banned or it's not yet banned. And the question is, if they're banned, then why haven't they been arrested? If they're not banned, then why haven't they been banned yet? So the problem becomes a government problem. Either the police have not arrested these people, why have they not been arrested? Or that they're not banned yet, why have they not been banned? See, remember, this is all about pushing responsibility in the direction of somewhere else. The Tories don't want to take responsibility for this. Rishi Sunak was, in a sense, we have to stand up to extremists, not our government have to, because if he said, well, our government have to, then he'd have to sack half his cabinet or former cabinet. So it's a case of, once again, offloading responsibility onto the public. But he can't name the groups because either they don't exist, or if they do exist, then they fall into two categories, prescribed or not yet prescribed. Now, if they're prescribed, then why haven't they been arrested? If they haven't been arrested, then perhaps because they haven't done anything wrong or they haven't done anything illegal. So it becomes a bit more muddy. If they are yet to be prescribed, then why haven't the Home Office prescribed them? Why haven't the British government deemed that these people should be banned from protesting or banned from organising? But they haven't. So once again, the responsibility falls on the British government, falls on the Tory government. When Rishi Sunak and his party want to offload responsibility onto somebody else. Another car crash interview with Jeremy Hunt. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.